Hi everyone, my name's Tobie Hoffman. I'm in Philadelphia, and you're in for another wonderful night of music at People's Music Network. This is our song swaps where we get to have our members come on and sing one song of social justice. So what we'd like to do right now is just welcome people into the room and see who's here. And you can just say your name, and I'll say your name, but tell us where you're from, where you're singing from. So Dada, where are you right now? Yeah, get to unmute yourself. This is one of the
Okay. Okay. I'm unmuted, and I'm in Urbana, Illinois.
Great. And we have Ruth Billings. You want to unmute yourself too, and just say where you are, and if you're still with us. George, where are you?
Hello, I'm George Mann. I'm at home in Ithaca, New York, upstate Ithaca tonight.
And what's the weather like in Ithaca?
Not bad, 75-ish, not too humid, getting cool in the mornings. When you wake up, it's glimpses of fall, and leaves are starting to fall up here already. But but beautiful otherwise.
Great, thanks, George. Paul, we're just going around and saying hello. Where are you from? Where are you right now? Paul, you want to?
Paul McKenna, Corvallis, Oregon.
Wow, that's great. On the other side of the country. That's great. Steve. Yep. Steve Suffolk.
Oh, Steve Suffolk, New York City. Anything else?
Maybe how was the international song swap that you did?
International song swap is fine. We are getting PMN members from the UK, and I don't know if it's my pipe dream or fantasy or it's something that's really going to happen. I see the possibility of having a PMN-like network in the United Kingdom. Once it's possible to travel again, I would like to go there and help some people in the UK bring together at an initial meeting, an initial gathering, what might become the equivalent of PMN, or might be something else. But so far it's going very well.
That's great. We're going to be starting in about 2 or 3 minutes, the actual live stream, but maybe we can get some other people to introduce themselves. Michael and Nell, you want to just unmute yourself and say where you are? If you want to say sometimes it takes a little while to do that. No? How about Joe? Where are you, Joe? You can use your space bar too to unmute, yeah?
We're not hearing you so good there.
Can't hear you.
That's because I wasn't I was muted. Thank you. Anne, how about Anne? You wanna?
Hi, I'm in North Leverett, Massachusetts, and we're having a really nice day. It's going to rain tomorrow, but it's a nice summer day, not too hot.
You're going to get the rain we just had, which was pouring a thunderstorm. But who else? Who else would like to just jump right in? Cleo?
Hello. I'm in New York City. Happy to be here. I'm wearing my Angela Davis t-shirt.
Great. Is there anyone here for the first time? Anyone here for the first time?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, Anne, great. Well, nice to have you, and welcome to this illustrious group of wonderful songwriters and singers, and I think you'll enjoy it. Have you been watching the actual song swaps kind of weekly, or
I've watched several of them. They're wonderful, yeah.
That's great. Who else? Michael and Nell, I hope you can hear me. See if they can.
Okay, I'm Michael. This is Nell. You probably figured that out. We're from Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice. That's great. So we have Tennessee, we have New York, we have West Coast, we have East Coast, we have New England, we got Philadelphia. Anybody from the South here? Anybody in the South? Oh, we got Tennessee, of course.
Tennessee is. We still can't hear you very well. You're real quiet.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
a little
know.
quiet, but I hear you, Tobie.
Hear you.
People's mics are on at different intensities. With
Okay.
these things.
Only because of I'm playing piano too, so sometimes you have to. But I will work on that actually. It's about as high as it can go. All right.
Well, I guess it's 7:31.
There you go.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you, Tobie, for welcoming everybody in here. I'm just gonna mute everybody and kind of get started. I know there's a few individual questions that I'm gonna be able to get to right after we do this introductory piece. But our first performer is going to be Paul McKenna tonight, and we've got 20 different performers, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm Ben Grosscup. I'm the executive director of People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle. Got that bat in the background, and what we're doing tonight is part of an ongoing series of music sharing events focused on music of activism, music of peace, music of justice, and we feel that we have an important role in this society as musicians and artists, being able to give voice to the movements that are fighting for justice, and using a musical form to do that. There's lots of ways to give those movements a way to express themselves, and we are a group that believes that's important work to do. And the People's Music Network is a nonprofit organization. We're a membership organization, and we sustain and grow this diverse community of performing artists, activists, and allies who use music, poetry, and other art forms as catalysts for that just and peaceful world we are struggling for. What we're doing tonight has been pretty consistently going on since March on a weekly basis. A number of additional events are going to be posted very soon. We've got some exciting stuff coming up in September, including on September 7th, there's going to be a Labor Day concert. It's going to be kind of a special event that People's Music Network is organizing in combination with the Labor Heritage Foundation. So watch out for some new information about that coming very soon. And I just want to give a few tech reminders for folks. So in the chat, if you're on Zoom here, you just would have seen here the link that says post this to social media. Tune in to the live stream of today's People's Music Network online song and poetry swap. The topic is songs of freedom and struggle. And then it gives you a little link there. And what that link does is it sends you right to the video live on Facebook that anybody can plug into. And that's great if we can share that around a little bit. I know people were already sharing stuff on their Facebook pages of the event announcement for tonight, which is great. Lyrics is that if you want your lyrics of your song to be displayed while you are singing it, first thing you do is you give me a little heads up. Hey, Ben, I'd like to have the lyrics displayed. It's nice to give me a little bit of time to just get that queued up for you. Then what happens then is the image of the lyrics gets kind of big and the image of you gets kind of small. And if you're cool with that, if that's something you want, you can request that. But it's not necessarily the default. The default is just the big picture of you. So just let me know if you want those lyrics to be at the center of things. And then the other thing is kind of the relationships we're building here as a community. And the first one I always we started doing this back in June when Dilson Hernandez suggested this for a song and poetry swap he was hosting. And it's offering the verbal encouragement to the person who just performed right before you. And it can, it can be, what we kind of want to focus on is like comments that are positive, focused on your own experience of what you heard, and brief. It's not a moment so much for song like peer song critique, although we do actually have a peer song critique session, and we're going to be scheduling that for sometime in October. I want to say a word also about praise, because typically people think, I'm going to give a person praise because that's what you do. And I think praise is nice. I like praise myself. But the only thing I want to say a word about praise because it's a good thing, but it's not necessarily the most important thing in my opinion, at least. And I think what really is that the most important thing is how we're listening. because yeah, you can, you give praise when you're like, so much can be said about praise. I mean, educators have written books about this, how children respond to praise sometimes, and they start like wanting the praise, and then they start doing things in order to get the praise. But what we're really about trying to create a space for is listening. So you can show recognition and encouragement for your fellow artist by revealing how you have listened to what they had. Maybe what you listened to really moved you, but maybe you were just listening and were really curious about, like, how did that person come up with that line or something. So that is totally the key part of it is the listening. And it's your first impression, so no pressure. You know what I mean? The other way that we offer encouragement to one another is through the chat box. So you can do that throughout the entire program. It's good to put the person's name in there so that the person receiving that comment is knowing who it's being directed to. And there, for those, again, we're focusing on comments that are specific, positive, and heartfelt. And there are 2 different chat logs. You got also Facebook chat. A lot of people put their chats into there. Last thing is, each artist is being asked to keep their performance to 5 minutes. We've scheduled in a little bit of extra time so that there's some time for the reflection and the encouragement and the circle of appreciation that we do with the performer coming on right before us. So that's kind of the format for tonight. And then what I'm going to be doing is mostly making sure everybody's mic is muted, helping out with like sharing the screen of the lyrics, and also just kind of keeping it going. I got the list here of everybody's name in the order that they're in. So like I said, our first performer is Paul McKenna. And I'm going to ask Paul McKenna to step up to the stage and unmute himself. And if you can stick around to the end and complete the circle of appreciation, you can give appreciation to the last performer tonight. So go ahead, Paul.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Sure can, yeah.
Okay, the song I'm going to sing is a parody of Please, Mr. Postman. It's imagining a meeting that might have happened between Donald Trump and Louis DeJoy, the Postmaster General. And I just want to say that I want to put in a plug for the Grain of Salt workshop, which was held on August 18th. And I got some really good input on this song and some very helpful suggestions, which helped me make it into a better song. So anyway, this song, I suppose, falls into the category of what Roy Zimmerman calls entertaining troops. Something to give us a chuckle a bit about a grim situation. Giving myself that. Okay, here we go. Stop, slow down, take a breather, Mr. Postman. Slow down, Mr. Postman. Mr. Postman, slow down the mail. So mail-in voting will be doomed to fail. Deliver me a victory. If you don't, I'll be history. November is coming soon, and the economy is in a swoon. Coronavirus is beyond control. I need a way to get out of this hole. With all the people in fear for their safety, mail balloting is clearly key. But if those ballots are never counted, I might eke out another victory. Please, Mr. Postman, come to my aid. If this election can't be delayed, the Democrats have me by the throat. My only hope is to suppress the vote. My numbers are sinking fast. Looks like Biden's gonna kick my ass. The only chance I have to survive is if those mail ballots never arrive. Please, Mr. Postman, slow down the mail. So mail-in voting will be doomed to fail. Deliver me a victory. If you don't have a history, I'm gonna cut your funding, Mr. Postman, so you lack the capacity to bring those ballots to their destination. Then we'll silence the majority. You gotta slow it down, slow it down. Cut the gas, yes, slow it down, slow it down. Like molasses, slow it down, slow it down. Save our asses, deliver the letter, direct to the shredder, Mr. Postman. There it is, thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
Hey, Marcie.
Hey, Ben.
Hey there. How's it going? Oh, was
Great.
was I unmuted when I was clapping? I meant to be.
You were muted.
I was muted. Ah, the silent treatment. Oh, I was enthusiastically clapping for you and didn't get to the mute button. But anyway, Marcie Boyd is our next performer. Welcome, Marcie.
Thank you. Paul, I loved that. So my friend Hallie Hammer, who sometimes appears on these song swaps, also wrote a parody of it, which she performed at our local post office here in Berkeley last weekend. But she had it from the point of view of us actually wanting our mail delivered. And yours is from the point of view of Trump. So I loved your last line, deliver the letter direct to the shredder. That was brilliant. Okay, can I screen share, Ben?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, I think I have the setting there so you can do it. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to do Bread and Roses in honor of the 19th Amendment, which was passed 100 years and 10 days ago. And I'm going to just read you the 19th Amendment before I sing the song. Actually, Bread and Roses it commemorates something that happened in 1912, so 8 years before the 19th Amendment was passed, was the Lawrence Textile Strike. I'll read that first, down in the lower right-hand corner. The Lawrence Textile Strike, also known as the Bread and Roses Strike, was a strike of immigrant mill workers in Lawrence, Massachusetts in 1912, led by the industrial workers of the world. The 9-week strike ended with the two sides agreeing to a 15% wage hike, a bump in overtime compensation, and a promise not to retaliate against strikers. 15,000 workers gathered on Lawrence Common to shout their agreement to accept the offer. The 19th Amendment was ratified on August 18, 1920, and I'll read the most important part of it. The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. And I would add to that, shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on any account. Here we go. Please sing along. As we go marching, marching in the beauty of the day, a million darkened kitchens, 1,000 mill lofts gray, are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses. For the people hear us singing, bread and roses, bread and roses. As we go marching, marching, we battle to for men, for we fight a common battle, and together we can win. Our lives shall not be sweated from birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread and give us roses. As we go marching, marching, unnumbered women dead go crying through our singing their ancient call for bread. Small art and love and beauty, their Thousands toil as one reposes, but a sharing of life's glories. Bread and roses, bread and roses. Our light shall not be sweated from birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread and give us roses.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marcie. Let's get another visual round of applause here, everybody. Thank you.
Marcie, I want to thank you for your adjustments to the lyrics.
No doubt. Thank you.
I credit my choral director here in Berkeley, Jan Fire of the La Peña Chorus, for those corrections.
Let's welcome up our next performer, Steve Siegelbaum.
Hello, hi Ben, and hi Marcie. That was wonderful. It's of course a wonderful song, but I thought you sang it really wonderfully well. You did it justice, and that song deserves a lot of justice. So here's to you.
Thank you.
So my song, which is called Journey to Justice, is a brand new one. I think this is the first time I'm actually performing it. In these horrible times, as in all horrible times, certain things emerge that point us toward what's hopefully less horrible times, better times. One of the things that has emerged in these horrible times is in the aftermath of the George Floyd and now the Jacob Blake and Breonna Taylor murders and maimings, is that there has been a surge in activism, street actions, and much of this has been led by a generation far younger than mine, and I'm eternally grateful for that, because they're picking up on the work that must be done. And so this is a song in homage to this young generation, Journey to Justice. Golden braids and dreadlocks swinging, spirits shining bright, making plans on Instagram, an incandescent sight. You may lack experience, but you know wrong from right. You're the leaders on a journey to justice. Justice is a journey, how long no tongue can tell. Sometimes to get to paradise, you gotta go through hell. Freedom is the future, we can make it so. Plant the seeds and nurture our children, we'll make them grow. Respecting those who came before, forging your own way, questioning the lies and truth in everything we say. You can stay up all night long, you're ready for the day, and marching on a journey to justice. Justice is a journey, how long no tongue can tell. Sometimes to get to paradise, you gotta go through hell. Freedom is the future, we can make it so. Plant the seeds and nurture our children, will make them grow. Chanting through the city streets, you occupy the parks. With courage and naivete, you occupy our hearts. Wading into trouble before the trouble starts, and marching on a journey to justice. Justice is a journey, how long no tongue can tell. Sometimes to get to paradise, you gotta go through hell. Freedom is the future, we can make it so. Plant the seeds and nurture our children, will make them grow. Time will pass and you'll grow wise and see where you went wrong. You know the brightest flame can burn only just so long. On the way you'll teach us all that good old marching song. It's the heartbeat of the journey to justice. Justice is a journey, how long no tongue can tell. Sometimes to get to paradise, you gotta go through hell. Freedom is the future, we can make it so. Plant the seeds and nurture our children, will make them grow. Plant the seeds and nurture our children, will make them grow.
Woohoo! Yay! Visual applause. All right. Siegelbaum, thank you so much. Well, our next performer who gets the opportunity to give a little love and encouragement to Steve is Cleo Carol Knopf. Cleo, step up to the stage.
Hello. Hi. Oh, Steve, I loved that. It's so important to acknowledge the intergenerational quality of the struggle. I really appreciate that you did that. And I love the chorus. It was very catchy, and I was singing with you. Thank you. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
I'm going to sing one. Is it? I think I'm bright enough. Anyway, I'm going to sing a song. Yeah, I can see me. I'm going to sing a song I made up, making up a lot of songs lately. This one's called The Promise. Promise within. Oh, I was in my kitchen, cleaning all night long. Rain talking to me on the window pane, washing down the street. But danger wasn't cleaned away. Protesters grabbed in unmarked cars, taken who knows where. Nothing matters more to me but to care. There's a promise in my voice that cries, a promise in my bicep rise, a promise in my open hands, a promise where I make a stand, a promise in my hope and mind, a promise in my self-defined love I live in. There's a vigil every night outside on Broadway. People holding names on high. Breonna, Elijah, George, and more. When I go to meet them in my coronavirus mask, peace in our bodies, a flight of kindred birds. There's a promise in my voice that cries, a promise in my bicep rise, a promise in my open hands, a promise where I make a stand, a promise in my hope and mind, a promise in my self-defined love tear gassing mothers, protecting the young, demanding a life, is an example of democracy. If my mother were here today, she'd be holding their hands. Now I'll do it for her. She is with me while I take a stand. There's a promise in my voice that cries, a promise in my bicep rise, a promise in my open hands, a promise where I make a stand, a promise in my hope and mind, a promise in my self-defined love of living. I spent my life perfecting dances, adagio, allegro, and the marches, arabesque, lunges and waltzes, port de bras, swirls and swings. I know how to hover like a cloud. I can run like the rain, thunder roll a pirouette. They haven't faced a dancer yet. There's a promise in my voice that cries, a promise in my bicep rise, a promise in my open hands, a promise where I make a stand, a promise in my hope and mind, a promise in my self-defined love of living, a love of life.
Thank you, Cleo. Yay. So, Cleo, thank you so much. And we're doing a little switcheroo of the schedule, and where it's going next is if she's ready, actually, would be Jenny Amanda Hurwitz. Jenny, are you available, or is it too quick right now? Hey, Jenny, go ahead and start your video and unmute if you'd like.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was going to be the next one. That was beautiful. I love that song. That was incredible. I very much.
We're going to come back to Joe Verga actually a little bit later in the program.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. No, not your fault actually. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Joe Verga?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's your turn now, Jenny. Go ahead and you can start your video too.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I was popped in. Okay. Okay. Start my video. And
you're good. We hear you.
Okay, and I'm turn built a microphone. I'm just going to go the easy way because I couldn't get set up fast enough when I got word that. Okay, you can go on. Here I'll wear my my Joe Biden hat with the original Bernie and Elizabeth Ann Warren's there also. This song I was kind of stuck on, and I wasn't sure where it was going, and similarly in the vein of Steve Siegelbaum. I woke up a couple weekends ago and turned on the television, and a horse-drawn carriage was just taking John Lewis's coffin across the I never get his name right, Edmund Pettus Bridge. And the song then kind of finished itself. I just learned about secondary dominance, which is a musical thing that I hadn't understood. So I put a secondary dominance in, and then the song wrote the rest of itself. So today was, as it turned out, the 57th anniversary of I Have a Dream speech by Dr. Martin Luther King in Washington, and there was a Black Lives Matter big rally there today. So this is in honor of all the people doing all that hard work of demonstrating and organizing. is not the first fight. It will not be the last. The future is now yours. The torch has been passed. Playing catch up with you now. Have your back, but it is good to know the world is in good hands when it is our time to go. When I was but youth, talking about my generation, we challenged the system with a string of beads and bring our homeboys now demonstrations. Saw black kids fire hose on the evening news, but was right on time for female and gay liberation. Share the wealth, expand your mind. Socialist, peace, love, Woodstock nation. Though our parents had seen and done so much in their generation, children of the Great Depression stopped Hitler's plans for worldwide fascist domination. We thought only we who knew the chords and frets sang Phil Oakes to our World War II segregated army daddy vets. But all the decades, like a 12-bar blues, brought fresh troubles, and at every turn devastatingly bad news. Forward motion in the sea of human his or her history is so much more circular, push and pull, progress never a guarantee. How can it be so many live around the world in 2020? Hungry, no self-determination, much less the pursuit of happiness and liberty. A black man crossed the bridge 50 years ago. Last time today will be renamed the John Lewis Bridge, now that he has passed away. And honor guard Alabama police, whose granddaddies broke his head, but never's bravery to make good trouble, nor the next generation plowing where he bled and he led. Yes, today worldwide youth are marching in the streets. Black Lives Matter, revealing the view from the mountain peak, that the racist underbelly of our society rots every policy. Who gets access to what? Who lives or dies by whose word? Who now will speak? Who now will be heard? We owe our deceased parents and your kids an apology too. We said we'd fix the world, but we could not follow through. We have left you a mess, and it is now up to you. Problems were much bigger than our arrogance, even when fighting for the good and the true. This was never the first fight. It will not be the last. The future is now yours. The torch has been passed. Learning new ways from the young. Have your back, but it is good to know the world is in good hands when it is our time to go. a moment of silence. Flags at half-mast make some good trouble as John Lewis goes past, singing civil rights songs for justice at last. Let's make some good trouble. John Lewis has.
I love your earrings, Jenny. I have the matching necklace.
Great. And I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give short shrift to the person who came before me. I thought that was an incredible song. Incredible. So I just wanted to say, wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you also for stepping in there at short notice. Appreciate it. I just wanted to introduce our next performer, Ann Ferguson. I think this is your first time at one of these swaps. Is that right?
Yes, it is. I'm so delighted to be here, and I wanted to say to Jenny, I thought that was a wonderful tribute to John Lewis and those of us who've been struggling for civil rights for so many years, and we do have to think that our grandchildren are going to carry on. I hope mine will, and so thank you for those lyrics. And I'm from Leverett, Massachusetts. I'm really happy to be listening to the great songs of you other PMN musicians. I should also note that I sing with a local band. We call ourselves the Diggers, and this song I'm about to sing is our signature song. I wanted to share this song by Leon Russelson from the UK. It's called The World Upside Down, or the Diggers Song. He's actually referring to an actual group of activists during the 17th century English Revolution. They were peasants who had been dispossessed from their land, and in response, the diggers were reclaiming commons and turning waste ground into sources of sustainable living for the poor, which was their community. I'm also a member of the board of the Leverett Village Food Co-op, and our values, I hope, echo those of the diggers: support for locally grown food to sustain our community. I think we really need our food cooperatives in a time when corporate agribusiness has shown it's incapable of providing real food security during a health crisis, and our mainstream politicians lack the moral vision to support our beloved community in the U.S. So please sing this song along with me, and Ben, if you could share the screen and share the lyrics, that would be great.
Sure thing.
In 1649, St. George's Hill, a ragged band they call the Diggers came to work the people's will. They fight the landlords, they defied the laws. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was theirs. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the land in common and to make the waste ground grow. This earth divided we will make whole, so it will be a common treasury for all. The sin of property we do disdain. No one has any right to buy or sell the earth for private gain. By theft and murder they took the land. Now everywhere the walls spring up at their command. They make the laws to bind us well. The clergy dazzle us with heaven, and they damn us into hell. We will not worship the God they serve, the God of greed who feeds the rich while poor folks starve. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the land in common and to make the waste ground grow. This earth divided we We will not bow to the masters or pay rent to the lords. We are free souls, though we are poor. You diggers all stand up for glory, stand up now. From the men of property, the order came. They sent their hired men and troopers to wipe out the diggers' claim, tear down their cottages, destroy their corn. They were dispersed, only the vision lingers on. You poor take courage, you rich take care. This earth was made a common treasury for everyone to share. All things in common, all people one. We come in peace, the order came to cut them down. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the land in common and to make the waste grounds grow. This earth divided we will make whole, so it will be a common treasury for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne. Hey, bravo, bravo. Love that Leon the Russelson song. George Mann is next. George,
Hello. Well, gotta get this little guy out of my hands. I brought a couple of kittens into my home
feel
about
free
3
to
weeks
step
ago.
up to the stage.
Anyway, little baby. He's sacked out just like a baby. They're about 3 months old. Well, Ann, that was lovely. That's one of my favorite of the old labor songs that I first heard many, many years ago. Believe it or not, the first people I heard sing that were my friends from Magpie, Greg and Terry, some 30-something years ago when I was a kid in college, going to the Long Island Traditional Music Association concerts that used to be held out there. And that's just a powerful song, a wonderful song, a song that talks about the struggle of people for a better world and a better working in common, of course, you know, something the industrial workers world, so many of their great songs talk about. Joe Hill, of course. So beautiful, nice song. Great to hear that. Now, I wrote this song about a month ago, and I sang it one of the song swaps a month ago when I was out on the road in Colorado, and I was with a real temporary setup, and the song was real new, so it's a little better now, and it's been recorded for my newest record that's coming out in the fall. It's a song called My Name is George, and it's not about me at all. It's not about George Floyd, but it's certainly inspired by the terror that has been so evident in the last few months in our nation. And it was really powerful to see. I'm no sports fan at all, but to see on the news all the games that were shut down the last day or two of the sports teams that wouldn't play. And some of the news clippings of those sports stars and the particular coach with tears in their eyes, talking about how sad and tragic and scared they are as black men in America, or that it could happen to someone they know, let alone, of course, one of their children. So this song comes from those kind of thoughts, and was dredged up in the wake of George Floyd's murder. My name is George. I get that over now. Just so you know, I am not being proud. I've had this face, always stood out in a crowd, but now I'm staring at this barren ground. I was given this name, I didn't have no choice. I take the blame. I never had no voice, but I'm not ashamed. And I am not your boy, I am a man, and I'm freedom bound. But that's not the way that you see me now, in a world that's still not free. Maybe 100 years from now we'd be neighbors, you and me. Later tonight when the sun goes down and you're sitting comfortably, don't forget that I had a name. Don't forget I was not afraid. They gather around beneath this old oak tree. There's no way out, there's no none that I can see, but there's a better world waiting somewhere for me. Oh yes I am, I'm freedom bound. But that's not the way that you see me now in a land that's still not free. Maybe 100 years from now we'd be neighbors, you and me. Later tonight when the sun goes down and you're sitting comfortably, don't forget that I had a name. Don't forget I was not afraid. God bless you all and keep you safe and warm. I swear to you, I never done nobody harm. But here we are in 1894, and a colored man can't get a try. My name is George, I get that over now. Just so you know, I am not being proud. I had this skin, I always stood out in the crowd, but now I'm staring at this barren ground. And I am a man, and I'm freedom bound.
Woo! George Mann, everyone. Thank you. George. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on and sharing that song. We're going to go on to Joel Landy is next. Joel Landy, please take the stage.
Oh, what a pleasure to follow George. What an easy song to love. George, that was terrific. Good to see you, man. I can't remember the last time I did see you. And that's one of the reasons PMN is so important.
I miss New York, Joel. I miss you all. I lived in Ithaca for 10 years now. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, brother. I'm going to ask everybody to put their mask on and sing at the same time, because it is possible, you know. And this is a healthy thing to do. Ben, could you put the words to my song? And it's always...
I should be able to do that.
I'm always learning the same lesson. When I have something important to say that I think is important to say, and I come on as it being important, I don't connect as well with people as when I do it this way. So please sing along. You got the words up there, Ben?
Almost.
Okay, well, we're going to play it anyway. Wash your hands and keep your distance, wear a mask. Keeping everybody safe is all our task. If you have people to meet when you go out on the street, do the right thing. Hey, be discreet. Wear a mask. If you want things to worsen, or if you don't want things to worsen, wear a mask. You can be a loving person, so wear a mask. You can choose to be free and not risk your family for the sake of you and me. Please wear a mask. Till a vaccine is cured, wear a mask. Even then, just to be sure, please wear your mask. If you cannot Zoom or phone, if you cannot stay at home, the life you saved may be your own, so wear a mask. Dr. Fauci has a message. It's wear a mask. If you don't want folks so grouchy, wear a mask. Don't pollute the atmosphere with your germs and with more fear. The best choice is very clear. Wear a mask. So, now that you know it, wear a mask. It is time for you to show it. Wear a mask. If we all pull the same way, there will be a better day. I have one thing more to say, and I'd like it if you do not make me ask. We can beat coronavirus. Wear a mask.
Woohoo! Thank
And
you,
that's all I
Joel
have to
Andy.
say. Except wear a mask. And sing. We can do
Oh,
it.
thank you. Beautiful. Well, Joel, great song. And David Layden from Colorado. I think this is your second time with us, David.
Yeah, my second time.
Welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, am I loud enough for you?
I think we hear you, yeah.
Cool. Well, Joel, I loved that. I love using humor to foster conversations, and in a time where people feel very resistant to like wearing a mask, especially in Colorado, it's kind of a contentious issue. I really appreciate you giving us a chance to laugh about it, and also a friendly reminder. So that was great. And I use humor a lot in my music. I keep looking at my mic because it's right here, but I think that narrative form. I think that narrative form is really a valuable way to kind of address situations. So my song is called "It's No Shame," and it's kind of a satirical look at the privatization of education. And I think right now, if you notice, the Republican platform really seems to highlight the importance of school choice. And as we move to digital learning, I'm worried that this public institution that really is a cornerstone of our society is going to further decay. So this song is a satire, and so I don't support the privatization of education, though I work for it. This is called and this is part of a larger project where I explore neoliberalism as like a dominant cultural lens through which we engage with the world. So, 1, 2. Oh, I gotta turn on original sound. I can tell you a better way to make the grade. It's board certified and verified. Who's got time for childish games to play? Who's got time? It's no shame to make a buck or two. It sure beats the iron cage. I've got all the numbers to make my case. It's no shame. It's no shame. If it's broke, why fix it? There's no money to be made. I found other dreams and privatized. If the core ain't coming, must be rotten. Who needs art and music? We need art and music. It's no shame to make a buck or two. It sure beats the iron cage. I've got all the numbers to make my case. It's no shame. It's no shame. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I count you with efficiency. Context need not be discussed. I trust you'll trust my expertise. Behavior is another racket. We've got doctors who will back our drugs. Will tame hyperkinesis. Leave it all to me. Oh, oh, oh. No, 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 no. Ooh.
It sure beats the iron cage. I've got all the numbers to make my case. It's no shame, it's no shame, whoa, it's no shame. Whoa, it's no shame. Whoa, it's no shame.
Bravo. Visual applause. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
I just wrote into the chat that I'm really grooving on that and connecting with the ideological struggle you are waging there. So nice work. I want to send it off to Nell Levin and Michael, who's they go by Nell and Michael. Welcome, Nell and Michael.
There we go.
It's Michael and Nell.
Michael and Nell.
He's number one. I'm number two.
Well, and if you'll buy that.
Okay.
I like the man's sense of timing and rhythm.
Yeah, those were some
Nice,
cool
yeah.
chords there.
Yeah.
And I like that. Yeah. That
Nice
was great.
presentation.
Nice groove. Yeah. And of course, anything we can do to fight neoliberalism, we're in 100%.
Oh yeah, yeah. Woo. Are we ever? Okay, we're going to play an old Steve Goodman song that some of you may recognize if you're old enough to remember.
And we just recorded it on our CD that just came out.
Oh yeah, which we are refraining from holding up.
Shameless self-promotion. And on the recording, it was really cool. We have Michael today on kazoo. But on the recording, we actually had a trombone player.
Yes.
Which was really, really cool. We loved it.
So if you're really curious about what a trombone sounds like, ShelbySong.com. Pick you up a copy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, babe, won't you take a chance? Your papa's gonna show you a brand new dance. Shuffle on down, now don't you be no drag. Do that election year rag. You take 2 steps to the left and 2 steps to the right. Then you stand in the middle and you hang on tight. Come on down now, don't feel mad. Do that election year rag. Jump on that old bandwagon, here's what we're gonna do. Go down to the precinct captain's house this morning and scarf up some lame duck stew. Don't you cry, don't shed no tears. You know it only comes around every 4 years. I'm your dark horse and you're my nag. Do that election year rag. Well, you really don't have to fuss. You know that the winner is always somebody else and the loser is always us. Shake it to the east, shake it to the west. Hand me down my bulletproof vest. It's nobody's choice and it's anybody's guess. Do that election, there ain't no selection. Do that election year rag, alright. All right.
Michael and Nell, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's always fun.
That's great. That's great.
And by the way, we're doing a video, and we're working on a video for this, a lyric video for this song, which hopefully we'll have out next week. We've been rushing to get it done since it's so timely.
Well, it definitely is okay and welcomed and encouraged, in fact, to post links to the music that's shared in this space into the chat and also onto the Facebook Live. Definitely people appreciate that. So
okay. All right. Thank you.
Just go to For those of you who are not already on the Facebook page, you just go to Facebook, and then you type in People's Music Network, and then you click live, and that brings us to the live page, which is where we're on now. So thanks again. Well, great. That was Michael and Nell. I just want to bring on Pat Lamanna, who's next. Pat, please unmute and say hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. That song, oh my God. You know, I think the only song by Steve Goodman that I know is The City of New Orleans. And I had no idea. I mean, I knew he wrote other songs, but that was a great song. That was just great. And so beautifully done, multi-instrumentalism. So I also have a song about Election Day. It's written by Spook Handy, most of it. But I substituted his third verse for another verse of my own. And I got Spook's blessing on that. I sent him an email, and he said actually he was about to send out an email to the PMN list inviting them to make up verses to his song. So I beat him to it. So it's called Vote, and it goes like this. Politicians come to town and kiss babies till their noses turn brown. You can bet your bottom dollar they want your vote. So speak your mind, cause believe it or not, this world has become a big melting pot. It's easy to get yourself lost in the lot, cause the world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard. Now we've got fuzzy-headed, peace-loving, carrot-chopping farmer boys, skin-headed, neo-Nazi, face-slapping paranoids, fat cats picking sin back, scoffing at the tabloids, yup. And there's cross-burning, homophobic, church-going family types, flag-burning, anti-war, give the poor more types, out of school, know-it-all, cliff-claving prototypes. The world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard. Now Spook Handy was a good friend of Pete Seeger's, and when he sang this song to Pete, Pete said, you know, Spook, you must have offended about half the people in the United States with that verse. And Spook said, don't worry, Pete, I'm going to offend the other half with this verse. Now we've got men-hating, aggravating, right-wing feminists, pro-life, clinic-burning, gospel-preaching terrorists, city-dwelling, unemployed folks who can't stand it no more. Sky-choking, river-killing, free-market advocates, tree-loving, owl-hugging, pro-environmentalists, urban folk, high on dope, raising up their clenched fists. The world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard. Now here's my verse. Now you can vote as early as your state allows. Avoid the long lines, avoid the crowds. You won't have to worry about COVID-19. Or even better yet, put your ballots in the mail. Don't listen to no politician's tale. But whatever you do, do it without fail. Cause the world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard, vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard.
Bravo, Pat Lamanna. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pat. Our next performer is Dean Stevens. Dean, is this your first time on one of these online swaps? Not your first time at PMN.
First time, Ben, and thank you. Thank you for the work you're doing, putting these together. Really appreciate it.
We're very happy to have you here, Dean. How you doing? Yeah, so feel free to give a little love and encouragement to our sister, Pat LaManna.
And in response to Pat's song, I want to tell everybody very proudly that I called City Hall today and volunteered to be a, what's it called, poll worker in the city of Boston. And I'm looking forward to that. They had a big shortage and needed people.
Hey, Dean, can I ask you a
2-hour online? Can you hear? Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I can hear you. I was just going to ask you a quick question. You got a microphone there in front of you.
Yes, I do.
I'm not sure whether we're hearing it through that. Do you want to tap it? Like that, you know, on just to make sure.
All right, let me fix it.
Oh,
We're going to make sure that
there's an in-house tech person. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is my son. Everybody needs an in-house tech person.
Not everybody has one. Usually we coach people, you know.
Microphone.
That's what we do. We also have these tech orientations before each one of these swaps. If you ever want to come to one and get a little one-on-one coaching, we're always happy to do that. But
So it's not happening, right?
you just got to select the microphone.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
We got it. Don't touch
Okay,
it.
we got it.
Don't touch it.
And it's got a
Can you hear
funky.
us a little better?
That does sound better. Go, yeah, tap the microphone. Yeah, and make sure that you press turn on original sound.
Yeah. Let's do that.
You're getting better and better. Yep.
Where is original sound? Dan?
I don't know this.
Oh, that's another step. Hey, Dean, why don't we go on to the next person? I'll give you a phone call and I'll walk you through that. Okay.
That's fine.
Actually, Steve Suffett, can you take over for me right now, just hosting it? Do you have the ability to do that?
Yes.
What I'd like to do is I'm going to cancel this spotlight and mute Dean, and we're going to come back to Dean, friends.
Okay.
Because he's got a great song I'm really looking forward to. He was starting to give some appreciation to Pat there, but now that I'm back on my list, Tobie Hoffman is next. So you got the list there on
I have the list as it now exists.
That's what we're following. Thank you.
Good evening. No, there were some changes. Good evening, everybody. And Ben will be back soon. I pray that he'll be back soon because after Tobie, I'm on. But right now, Tobie Hoffman, why don't you come forward and say a few words about Pat, and then tell us about yourself and what you're about to do.
If I'm not going to be able to do this, tell me now.
We'll get to you.
All right.
Yeah, we'll put you at the end, Joe.
We'll get you, Joe. So, Tobie, can you hear me?
I can hear you, and can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Take it away. A few words to Pat, and then go ahead.
Pat, I just love that you took that challenge because it was a fairly complicated song, and you updated it. It's in you just have this way of with words that really got to the point of it. So, and it really added to the song. So, thanks a lot. I think Steve, somehow you're still on my screen. I don't know why.
I shouldn't be. So what you should do is go to gallery view, and then I'll be off, and then you should pop up.
Speaker view.
You can also do speaker view.
I want to be seen here because,
Okay, we fixed it. Sorry about that.
You know what? I am really tired of listening to you mask-wearing, whining singers singing songs about work. I mean, yuck, work. Who needs work? I mean, in songs about public schools, it's not about work, folks. It's about greed. And it's about connections. It's about connections. So I thought, You know, I really thought there should have been a theme song for the last week. You know, I thought that would have been a really good thing to have a theme song about us. And then I found out I have to make sure that I get the words, because I'm not really very good with the words. So I have to make sure I get all the words together. And I found out that there is no Department of Culture anymore. So I had to write the darn thing myself. So, you know, it includes a place to cheer, actually. And I invite you to unmask yourself. And if you want to cheer along, you can unmask, unmute yourself, because I just love chaos. Here's our theme song. Here's to the fat cats of Washington. Let's give ourselves a cheer. That's the cheer. And if you want to unmute yourself and you want to give a cheer because I love chaos. I know you're all so afraid. There we go. Yeah, we need to give each other a cheer. I love it. Our delightful debauchery keeps us grinning ear to ear. And every day and every month and every single year, oh, we are the best, only the best. Oh, we are the very best of what we do. No finer, let me just do this. No finer set of leaders you could ever find. We sell you lofty promises, our pockets we are lining. There's no one you should rather have to serve the greater evil. Evil. I mean good. Because we are the best at what we do. We don't worry what to say when called to account. We're experts at deflection. Of that there is no doubt. And when we're in an interview, we can... Any issue we can skewer. Because we are the very best at what we do. Here's your chance again to swing. Here's to the fat cats of Washington. Let's give ourselves a cheer. Delightful debauchery keeps us grinning ear to ear. And every day and every month and every single year, oh, we are the very best, only the very best. We are the very best of what we do. Call to Congress, ha, we will defer. And even if we testify, our privilege is ensured. We dodge and we yawn and we know how to play the fool. Because we are the very best at what we do. Hip, hip, hooray for us. You know we'll throw you off the bus if any peep of disloyalty. Only in God we trust, on the dollar bills paid to us. There is no better example of royalty. Here we go. Here's to us fat cats of Washington. Let's give ourselves a cheer. A cheer!
Cheer! A cheer!
Our delightful debauchery keeps us grinning ear to ear. And every day and every month and every single year, we are the very best, only the very best. We are the very best of what we do. We have no fears of leaving very soon. The captains of industry are singing this happy tune. Whatever happens, they know we're on their side. They pay for us to be the very best at what we do. So if you don't like our don't like our brand of patriotism, it's up to you. You have a big decision coming soon, but you know we're here to stay. We're not going away because we are the very best of what we do. Last time, here's to us, fat cats of Washington. Let's give ourselves a cheer. Last cheer. Whee! Our delightful debauchery keeps us grinning ear to ear. And every day and every month and every single year, we are the very best, only the very best. We are the very best of what we do.
Bravo!
Bravo! Great.
You're so evil.
I know, it's so wonderful. It's just so good to be evil.
You're always finding new ways to use the Zoom format for songs, Tobie. You're very creative, integrating the format itself into the performance. That's very cool. All right, so I think I'm back. So Steve Suffet, and then I'm going to post the revised order pretty soon to the Zoom chat. But go ahead, Steve.
Oh, wow. Tobie, I love political cabaret. I don't hear enough of it. It's a tradition that sadly we don't get to hear very often. And it is really wonderful that you have mastered it. Thank you for doing that. I'm going to do a song that I wrote called Got My Union, and I actually wrote it for a union. I was going to be singing at a union Christmas party in New York City, and what happened is Marilyn and I were in a coffee shop maybe half an hour before the Christmas party started, and this idea for a song came to me, and I actually wrote it on a napkin. I know that doesn't sound very plausible, but she can tell, she can actually vouch for that. Got my union to my left, got my union to my right, got my union front and back, got my union day and night, got my union to my up, got my union to my down. 'Cause I got my union all the way around. You want to sing that with me, but mute yourself so we don't get the interference. Got my union to my left, got my union to my right, got my union front and back, got my union day and night, got my union to my up, got my union to my down. 'Cause I got my union all the way around. I work 9 hours every day upon my feet. My boss, he lives way down on Easy Street. I make him $1, he pays me just a dime. And every time I holler, he says it's a bloody crime. But got my union to my left, got my union to my right, got my union front and back, got my union day and night, got my union to my up, got my union to my down. 'Cause I got my union all the way around. Now I had a gal, her name is Polly Ann, and she ran off with the mortgage finance man. First he took my money, and then he took my home, and then he took my honey, and he left me all alone. Got my union to my left, got my union to my right, got my union front and back, got my union day and night, got my union to my up, got my union to my down. 'Cause I got my union all the way around. Now one of these days we're gonna rise and shine. We're gonna hold that fort and we're gonna hold that line. Dump the bosses off our backs, don't listen to their lies. Solidarity forever means don't mourn, organize. Ready? Got my union to my left, got my union to my right, got my union front and back, got my union day and night, got my union to my up, got my union to my down. 'Cause I got my union all the way around. Got my union.
Bravo, Steve Suffet. Hey. Thank you. Got my union. Love that song. All right. Mary McCaffrey is going to be next, and pretty soon I'm going to get the updated order posted into the chat. Mary, feel free to step up and take the stage. Hey there, do you want to unmute Mary?
I just did.
Here we go. Welcome.
Wait a minute. I want to see the gallery here. Not that I know how much I can look at it, but see all the view. This is a song by Irish singer and songwriter Tommy Sands, and I just did the math for how old this song is because I think of it as a more modern song. It's 41 years old. Okay, this is called Your Daughters and Your Sons. They wouldn't hear your music and they pulled your paintings down. They wouldn't read your writing and they banned you from the town. But they couldn't stop your dreaming and a victory you've won. For you sowed the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, your daughters and your sons. You sowed the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons. Your weary smile, it proudly hides the chain marks on your hands when you bravely strive to realize the rights of everyone. And though your body's bent and low, a victory you've won. For you sowed the seeds of justice in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons. You sowed the seeds of justice in your daughters and your sons. I don't know your religion, but one day I heard you pray for a world where everyone can work and the children they can play. And although you never got your share of fruits of the And although you never got your share of the fruits that you have won, you sowed the seeds of equality in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons. You sowed the seeds of equality in your daughters and your sons. They taunted you in Belfast and they tortured you in Spain. And in that Warsaw ghetto, they tied you up in chains. In Vietnam and Chile, when they came with tanks and guns, it was there you sowed the seeds of peace in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons. In your daughters and your sons, it was there you sowed the seeds of peace in your daughters and your sons. And now your music's playing and the writing's on the wall, and all the dreams you painted can be seen by one and all. And now you've got them thinking and the future's just begun. For you sowed the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons, in your daughters and your sons. For you sowed the seeds of freedom in your daughters and your sons.
Mary McCaffrey, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Love that song. That's a great song. Well, I'm going to figure out who's next here. I think we had Axel Henri on the list, and I do not see Axel in the Zoom room, but was very happy to see his name on the registration list. So hopefully we'll get him next time. Unless I am wrong and somehow you are there on under a different name or something, Axel, please speak up. Otherwise, we'll go on to our next performer. Her name is Louise Hetzler. So Louise, perhaps you could step up to the stage.
Thank you so much.
Hey, welcome.
Well, I have a pin. I don't know if you can see it. Green
Oh, yeah,
circle.
and just a reminder, if you care to, feel free to give a little word of encouragement to our previous performer, Mary McCaffrey. Thank you.
Just a very, very moving song. Very enjoyable, and very heartfelt. So let's see. I have a circle pin. I don't know if anyone can see that green circle pin, and I just got that in the mail. I guess the mail is pretty slow in its delivery because it's from the Al Gore training last month, about a month ago. I was one of the 10,000 people who did the online this year climate reality training for climate reality leaders, and it was very inspiring. It was a week of training with Al Gore giving his famous slide presentation. Anyway, so I thought it would be nice tonight to do a song about, it's called The Solution to Pollution. It's from 1992 when I had been reading his book, Earth and the Balance. And so things haven't really, I don't know, have they improved? Well, I'm not sure. So this is called The Solution to Pollution. The air doesn't smell any good and the water doesn't taste the way it should. We better clean up our act fast, or the air will get even harder to breathe and clean water won't be guaranteed. And our days on this planet will be fast. See how we waste another day, and still the problem won't go away. We gotta stop dumping poisons in the soil like crabgrass killers and motor oil. We gotta understand there's no such thing as a way. What goes around comes around. We're in so deep we could possibly drown in the trash that we throw away each day. Start a compost pile, it's lots of fun. Orient your dwelling toward the sun. Composting toilets are not bizarre. Putting sewage in clean water is worse by far. We should be recycling more and more. Driving solar cars would be really neat, and the air in the street would start to smell sweet. Money used for weapons could be used to feed the poor. See how we waste another year. Let's be creative, we don't have to live in fear. I don't want to criticize the government, but it's hard to pay your taxes when you can't pay your rent. You know, half our taxes go to prepare for war. Those billions of dollars should be spent to clean up the environment, take care of people, pay our debts, and we'd still have plenty more. The environment is losing. Let's turn around the score.
Thank you, Louise. This is Steve once again, temporarily taking over the reins from Ben while he's on a phone call. So anyway, Dada Vita, are you there? Dada in Illinois? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, okay. I wasn't expecting to go on so early, but I'll just pick up my guitar, just right one step over here.
Okay, that's fine.
He's right. Oh, I see. 9:15. Oh, I see.
Yes, we're running a little ahead.
Okay, I'm here.
We're running a little ahead of schedule. So
I see. Okay, no problem. It's
say a
always good.
couple of words about Louise and her performance, and then go for it.
Okay, well, first of all, I'll comment on the previous song. It was written a long time ago, but it's still timely, so Very timely, and I agree with the whole premise. And it's actually getting harder to recycle things because they canceled some of the recycling that we used to do. We'd send it overseas, and now some of those countries stopped it. And my local recycle just throws everything in the landfill. It's a deep shame. Okay. So I have a song. I wrote it about 10 years ago. And whenever I sing it, I tell people, you know, everybody has a dream in their life. It could be a small dream or a dream about their personal life, what you want to achieve. And sometimes people have a dream about their society. And Martin Luther King had a dream, and he put it into a speech. And as it would turn out, that was 57 years ago today. So I have a dream, and it's in this little song. It's called I'm Waiting for That Time. I'm waiting for that time, ooh, I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that time, ooh, I'm waiting for that time. When good folks will hold their heads up high. Hungry kids will never pierce the night with their cry. I'm waiting for that time, ooh, I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that time, yes, I'm waiting for that time. When we'll judge a man by what he does, not for who his father was. I'm waiting for that time, yes, I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that time, ooh, I'm waiting for that time. When we'll love everybody, regardless of race, and go pitch our tent in any old place. I'm waiting for that time, yes, I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that time, ooh, I'm waiting for that time. When we'll share the earth's bounty, fair and square, and watch the world blooming everywhere. I'm waiting for that time, I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that time, ooh, I'm waiting for that time. And I'm working for that time, yes, I'm working for that time. I'm working for that time, ooh, I'm working for that time. And we're waiting for that time, yes, we're waiting for that time. And I'm waiting for that time, ooh, I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that time.
Yeah, Dada Veda.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dada, for coming on.
I enjoyed it.
Great to have you on. Well, let's see here. I think I was just chatting with Joe Verga. Feel free to step up to the stage now. Unmute yourself. Let's see how your sound is. Go ahead. Joe, do you want to unmute? And we'd like to hear your song if you are feeling ready. Let's see. Unmute. Thank you for that cool little card, Joel. Joe Verga. So we need you to go to your computer and unmute yourself because we cannot hear you. So everybody controls their own mute button. Yeah. That's kind of how this whole thing works. Yeah. All right.
Okay, you should be able to hear me now.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm fine. I write songs to last, and this is I won't let the song explain itself, which I think is a good thing to do. I'll get put up the lyrics.
All right.
So people can see them.
Yeah, I should be able to pick those up real quick. Hold on one second. Yeah, there are lyrics also posted into the link for this meeting
All right, good.
on Bitly. You can find them there as
Now,
well.
when people
But
take a look at them as I'm playing it, because in case
gonna
they
pull
can't
'em
hear
up
it
right
all,
here.
they can at least read it.
Yeah, you got it. One second.
Driving through Avalon on the street of the many mansions, I entertained the thought one could be mine. But as I turned the corner, I saw the children of misfortune. It was at that point I quickly changed my mind. Every house is a castle, that's where you're living, for the grace of God. Where you're living is a home. Well, it's noble to be grateful for the simple things we're given. It's who you are and never what you own. Walking through Avalon by a high-rise with a penthouse, when from the darkness stepped into the light. Was a destitute with a bag of plastic bottles, as wealth and poverty stand side by side. Every house is a castle, that's where you're living, for the grace of God. Where you're living is a home. Well, it's noble to be grateful for the simple things we're given. It's who you are and never what you own. Every house is a castle, that's where you live in. It's who you are, not what you own. The graveyard's full of old headstones. It's who you are and never what you own.
Let's give a big applause to Joe Verga. Thank you for that song, Joe. Beautiful.
It stands. It'll stand the test of time. You know, you just can't keep on writing the same songs about the same subject. You got to go other places. You got to take pieces of society that are wrong and point them out. Like Dylan. Bob Dylan wrote, what was it? Blowing in the Wind. I don't know if he wrote that about black people, but everybody's mind said, yeah, that's about that. You know? So
he was engaged in the spirit of liberation of his time.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying. So you do the
Yeah.
spirit of it, and let people make their own decision on what it is.
yeah, all right. Well, thank you for sharing it, because now everybody can make that decision, right? Because you shared it. So that's what we do here.
That's what we
We
do.
give that opportunity. So thank you again, Joe. So I'm just gonna welcome our next performer, and that person may know who they are. It's going to be Dean Stevens. Dean, how you doing? We got your microphone set. Give me a
I hope
little
so.
sound there. How you doing?
I hope so. Everybody hear me?
It sounds a
Joe?
lot better.
I
Yeah.
want to thank Joe for singing that song. That was so heartfelt and beautifully sung. I am going to go on the assumption that Ben did the right thing with me. I'm kind of a tech
I think so.
dinosaur.
You might like physically move your microphone towards your face. We'll get a little more vocal.
More vocal?
A little
and
more
less
vocal would be
guitar?
good. A little less guitar would be good, yeah.
Okay.
And we got our in-house technician. Thank you very much. Very important part of this operation. Sounds good.
This is my mic, so I have to work in a certain way so it doesn't disconnect, waste everyone's time.
Okay. Are we ready for this? The song is written by a friend of mine named Ed White. They call him the ukulele king of the Cantab Lounge in Cambridge, which is a funky bar that just closed. We're all very sad about that. Jeff Bartley had an open mic there for about 30 years. But Ed White is also always there. He plays 3 chords on his ukulele and writes song after song after song. This song used to have 1 verse and a chorus. I added 6 more. Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? The people gonna rise up, the people gonna take a stand. The people gonna rise up and take on back this land. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Sing it now. Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? When tyrants tremble, sick with fear, and hear their death knell ringing, when the people rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? And they say the arc of history is a line that never ends. But when people rise up and take a stand, that line towards justice bends. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? How long? Bring on that judgment day. How long, how long, how long? How long till judgment day? Bring it on, bring it on. Bring on that judgment day. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the... Las sardinas se comieron al tiburón. Las sardinas se comieron al tiburón. This is a line I heard in Cuba and in Puerto Rico too. It is in Spanish. And may I translate it for you? I will. It says the sardines ate the shark. It says the 99 sardines ate the big fat shark. Yum, 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 yum. Se comieron al tiburón. Yum, 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 yum. Se comieron al tiburón. Sing it with me. Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I know that it's very, very near, so we must work hard, we must have faith, we must believe, we must be strong. Soon it will come and we will find out why the good change takes so long. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. Tell me, are you gonna be ready when the revolution, when the revolution, when the revolution comes?
Bravo! Thank you, Dean Stevens. Wow, that was, I remember that song when I saw you at PMN in like Lawrence, Massachusetts, the Winter Gathering in like 2012. Yeah, I heard that
I
song
had
at the
just
round
learned
robin.
it then. Yeah, yeah. Good memory.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good memory. Lawrence, Massachusetts.
Yeah, yeah. So I love that song. Well, let's see. We had an opening here. So Rick Ward, I'm wondering if you are available and able to step up to the stage. Do you want to unmute? Rick Ward, but that's an invitation if you'd like to sing tonight. And also, I just want to acknowledge that this particular week, I didn't get the wait list properly set, so that caused a little confusion. But in the future, I will actually have clearly a wait list. You know, if we have more registrants than we have spaces, so that if things change last minute, we'll know exactly where to go. So apologies for that.
Almost there. I need about one more minute and I'll get
All
hooked
right.
up here.
Well, here, while you're getting that one last minute, I'm just going to say one thing here, which is that one of the things I like to remind folks about, one of the aspects of People's Music Network being a membership organization, is that the idea of it, and it has been this way for about 4 decades, is that the members of the organization are kind of like driving things forward, right? And one of the ways that that's happening now in this new setup of the pandemic is that people have been coming forward kind of on an informal basis, and they've been reaching out to me and said, hey, Ben, you know, I see that you've been hosting a bunch of these song swaps. I got an idea for a song swap. And then I come back to them and say, okay, well, how do we work together? Because there's kind of a trick to working together. There's like, how do you fit in the idea of the event with what we're currently doing? And what we're currently doing is building connections among the members, and actually also internationally too. You know, so Steve Suffet was a great example, and that was mentioned earlier tonight. He had the idea for, let's do a transatlantic song swap. We'll invite half the artists will be from the UK, half the artists will be PMN members based, most of us are based in the United States. And then we'll intermix the two groups and get them to have this kind of international exchange. And now there's some new ideas coming forward about doing international exchanges with artists in Latin America. Because the thing that has changed fundamentally is that it used to be that our network was hampered primarily by the geographic limits. And now the primary limits are technological. Do we have the actual physical equipment, because the equipment costs money. The service, the connection to the internet service provider costs money. Do we have that in place? And do we have the know-how about how to use those pieces of equipment? Because when we have that in place, it enables us to have to share this space together and to grow the circle of people in this culture right now, perhaps in quarantine, who are really thirsting for music that tells a critical story about the society unfolding around them. So that's kind of the approach we're taking, is we're trying to identify those people who like to take on their responsibility of making a space that welcomes other people in. And we're doing these open song swaps on a regular basis every week here through the People's Music Network Facebook page, but also occasionally doing special events, and you'll be hearing a lot more about those as well. And maybe you'll be organizing some of them as well. So with that, that was just my little kind of update pitch, but I wanted to send it back to Rick Ward. Rick, go ahead and unmute yourself if you are ready to do so. And thanks for being flexible again, man.
Okay, I just have to turn this off and turn that on, and I'm ready to go. Give me one second,
Sounds good.
all right?
Sounds good. Glad to have you here. I'm going to spotlight you. All right. Whoops. Hold on, what happened? Now, what I'm wondering... Okay, so, well, Rick is no longer in the meeting. Jeez. Bummer.
There he is. Just popped up.
Unmute.
He's in his car now.
He's muted.
Hold on.
I see it.
Yeah, but the microphone is still not.
Oh, we hear you. No, you're good.
The microphone's plugged in, but there's no light coming out of it.
Okay, well,
You
we
hear me
hear
all right? Oh, here we go, buddy. Tonight I'm playing banjo for this very first part in the introduction. All right. This is a song I wrote just a couple years ago when we're talking about the wage and how really we need to have a living wage, to be honest. And it's still just as true today as it was before. But the funny thing is that since I wrote this song, I've been getting paid better. So goes to show you. So I like to do a song now in honor of Pete Seeger. I was driving down the road listening to the radio, and I started to hear them speak of Pete in past terms, like Pete was, and I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't supposed to happen. I mean, I saw him just the day at Clearwater. Pete, 94 years old. All he had to do was stand there. Had us all in the right place to be. Pete, who said, it is participation that will save us. So on that same day, I heard that, oh, by the way, he made the whole world sing along, and he proved that it could be done. On the same day, I heard that relative to the cost of living, guess what? Wages had declined steadily for 50 years straight. And I thought, man, there ought to be a song about that. And if Pete was here, he sure would have written a song too. Then I got an idea. Took an old bluegrass song. Remember that song? Raise that minimum wage, boys, all for winning. For them cabbage down, boys, for bake the whole tin brown. Only song I ever did sing is for them cabbage down. And I changed the words a little bit. Now, it was Arnold Guthrie who said it. They used to call it plagiarism. I love how Pete came along and called it the folk process. So that's what this is. Getting the song sheet where I can see it. It has a sing-along, and it starts out like this here. And there are lyrics around there somewhere. Raise that minimum wage, boys, all for the people in town. Oh, this song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. Raise that minimum wage, catch up to 1968. Only song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. It really would be something. Congress passed a bill. Is it coming through the microphone all right? I don't think it is. Let me try plugging it in over here.
Yeah, I hear you, but I might be hearing you through your computer microphone.
Yeah, see this USB microphone is plugged in, but it's not. I'm not getting any signal out of it.
We were hearing you though.
You can sort of hear me. All right, keep going. It really would be something. Congress passed a bill, be a regular party way up on that hill. No two ways about it, adds up just the same. You can't run the country when it's ready, fire, aim. Come on, raise that minimum wage, boys. All for the people in town. Only song I ever did sing is living wage. Raise that minimum wage, catch up to 1968. Only song I ever did sing is still living wage. I've been working in a factory, working on a farm, working on a mansion, and the muscle in the arm. Bankers dressed in pinstripes, wolves outside the door. Though they built this country on the shoulders of the poor. Come on, raise that minimum wage, boys. All for the people in town. Only song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. While I'm on the subject of them paying a living wage, did you know my great-great-great-grandpa had it just about the same? They weren't allowed to hunt upon the very land and paid the rent for the right to live as best befits a man. Worked the Scottish Highland, came up to draw a miner's pay. Came out here for a better chance, that's why I'm here today. This is true now. Great-great-great-grandpa worked a coal mine, about $2 a day. Working, trying to feed a family with another one on the way. Dirt poor out in Scotland, about 1862. There were king's deer in the meadow. I bet what's a man to do? Early in the morning, on his way down to the mine, rabbits in the meadow, venison so fine. Meanwhile, people's rent was paid in blood, mine owners owned the land. Hunting was forbidden, great-great-grandpa was a wanted man, singing pay living wage, boys, all of the people singing. Only song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. Pay a living wage, boys, all the people sing. Only song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. Made just enough oatmeal, little curds and whey, oil for the lantern, and a pint of ale and hay. Kingsmen caught him poaching, penalty severe. It was go to jail or American, that's why I came out here singing, pay the day wage for all the people singing. Only song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. Now it's to raise that minimum wage for all the people sing. Only song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. Raise that minimum wage, catch up to 1968. Only song I ever did sing is pay a living wage. Come on.
Bravo, Rick Ward. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Right on time too. We ended right on time, 9:30.
All right.
Not that anybody's gonna turn out the lights on us or anything, but it's nice to have a little bit of other things to the evening. But I want to thank everybody for being part of this, and tell friends about what we're trying to do, and think about the role you want to have in building this circle that we have going here. So with that, I'm going to end the live stream, and if anybody would like to hang around for a few minutes and just chat, express anything to anyone else here, ask any questions, you are welcome to do that. All right, good night.